Good boy. Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to day 5 of the build of our perimeter wall. Day 5. Today they will start at the back wall and they will pour the columns on the wall they finished yesterday. And they will take out the gate this morning from the front of the house and start solving one problem. Our house and the neighbor house are quite close together, and the wall would go past our house. We have two options. We can put our wall against the house and make it nice and straight, or we use her house as wall, plaster it, finishing it off, and that's what we have to talk about today. Our contractor had a suggestion. On the side where our neighbor's house is, there's only room for 2 columns 3 meters apart and the wall. We'll keep that low, 1 meter, and 3 rows of tubular metal on top. Also on the front, to keep it a little bit open, 1 meter high wall, 3 tubulars on top. On the right side, we planned on putting between the first and the second and the third and the fourth column 1 meter wall and tubular. But our contractor said, man, on one side you have only 1 partition with tubular and on the other side you have 3. He said that's ugly. So he suggested I will high up the wall a little bit and only put between the first and the second column a low wall with 3 tubular bars. He said it will look much better. And my wife and I talked about it this morning. And he's right. So we're going to do that. So they will add 2 rows of hollow block where they left it off yesterday to make it left and right the same. You'll see, I'll explain. The crew is already there. So let's see what they're up to. If you did not subscribe yet, please do. If you like our videos, of course. And yesterday alone we had 8 new subscribers, so it's going really well. Thank you for our new subscribers. And again, if you did not subscribe yet, please do. Let's look at the back. And this is what I tried to explain in the intro. This is what we first thought would be nice. The first parts of the wall would be 1 meter and then there will be tubular on top. But we changed our minds and we asked the guys, as the foreman suggested, to high it up. And that's what they're doing here. They put 2 more rows of hollow block to get it all even at 1 meter and 60 centimeters, and that will indeed look much nicer. And here's the finished product. 2 rows are added, and now left and right will be the same, and yeah, will look much better. This side will be demolished also. They have to take down the temporary separation between our terrace and the one from the neighbor. And they start with removing a temporary gate that I welded. With some tips from how I built it, I also told them how it is easy to remove. They only have to cut 2 pieces, then they can lift out the gate. And it worked. Then they start removing all the stuff that is used to separate our garden from the neighbor. Here they're using a water line. I thought, what are they doing? A water hose? But that works like a level. They need to put a straight line from left to right at the same height, and you can use a water line filled with water. When I was very young, I learned at school how that worked, but this is a method of putting a line from left to right all at the same height, perfectly horizontal. The casings are made to pour the columns between the gaps in the wall. And that is all for the right side of the house. And on the left side they're starting to dig a trench. But first they have to move a papaya tree, no, not move, demolish a papaya tree, because it's exactly where the fencing will be. Looks like a big umbrella. You can see they are burning trash in the distance. This is one of the casings for the column. They pour cement in there. At least they try to put it up. And more are prepared, and the neighbor kids are very interested in what's going on our property. This side is a bit hard to dig out because of roots and some concrete and debris what's in the ground there. And this is on the front. They remove a part of the concrete driveway that was there already. They have to remove it. With a hammer you can do a lot. And then they start pouring the columns, bucket by bucket, a lot of buckets. And they made forms for 4 columns, so 4 to fill. This is the trench now on the left side. Still needs to be deeper. The back side, starting on the wall, first pouring concrete in the ditch, then starting rows of hollow block. This is all done by 32, 33, 34 degrees Celsius. Cement is being mixed, put in the buckets, and then passed on to the guys. Hollow block is really easy to work with. It's very brittle. With a trowel you can cut it to the length that you need. They are lucky they can work in the shade of the bananas. The sand on this side is a little bit more wet. Probably because of the pump, so they have to dig until they get solid ground. You see by the guy in the hole there, it's deep. Well, it's 5:30. The guys just went home, cleaned up everything again, like they always do. The result of the day: the right wall, 1 column, 2 columns, 3, 4. They put in forms, poured it. And tomorrow they can already remove the casing, and then they will continue working on the back wall. When we go to the back wall, they got about 1 meter high, all the way from right to left. And tomorrow, when they take off the forms, I think they will put them here already. Or maybe first high up the wall. I don't know, that will be a surprise. This wall will be 2 meters 50 high, because in this corner will be my workplace and tool area. All my tools are in the house now, but that's very inconvenient. We cannot use our second bedroom, so that will be made here in this area. And let's see what they did on the side. They prepared another footer already, I see. And when we go to the side, the trench between my neighbors and our house, quite deep, but as you can see, this soil is quite wet, probably because of the pump there. So they dug it out a little bit deeper than they did on the other fencing. And that's probably why it is much deeper than the other ones. Footer already. And there's the last one. What they will do is put a big post up here and then connect it to the wall of the neighbor. This wall will be plastered because it's a bit overkill to put a wall against a wall. There's no need, and when there is a gap, all dirt get behind and snakes and critters. So they will plaster the wall up to 160, and then here will be another footer connected to the house, and then they will go to the front. Front gate is removed already, and this concrete they have to demolish, and this whole area in the front of our house will also be concrete. And probably as extra work is a roof to put the car under. We park the car here, and he's always in the blazing sun, and that is very bad for the tarp. So I want a nice roof over the car, like a sort of carport, and that's what they will make in this area. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. We are very excited in the progress. They do really a lot, and it's so hot. Like I say in every video, it's really hot, especially in the afternoon. We provide drinks and snacks, but they have to do the work. So tomorrow it's on with the back wall, probably starting on the side wall on the left side, and they will probably be here again at 6:30, 7 o'clock. See you all again tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe if you not already did so. Ring the notification bell and share our videos. And I have to say, today we got 8 new subscribers, so it's really going well. Thank you for our new subscribers, and if you didn't do already, please do. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.